All right, y'all. Welcome back to Dead Spot Podcast. Another episode with the guys. Weekly pick with the bros. We are back. We talking week one. We get into the picks later on, but we got to start with what went on this weekend. You know, our Niners, they didn't come through. The weather, the young guy, a lot went on. Kel, what did you see? Talk to me. What's going on?
Yeah, man, it was just a sloppy game all the way around. You feel me? From the weather to the field. I think Shanahan was, I feel like he wasn't opening up the playbook. You know, we kept doing runs, sideline to sideline, and I felt like we were doing better when we were going north and south. You feel me? The defense, they did their thing the first half, and the second half, we started being undisciplined. We start letting Justin Fields, break contain. Like, it was just a lot of undisciplined stuff that breaking a lot of undisciplined stuff that the 49ers defense was doing. And then, that offensive line, outside of Trent Williams, that like the whole right side was just crumbling every time. Like, it was just a lot that was going wrong for Trey's first start, and everybody, I want to put this to rest. Everybody, oh, Jimmy G would have did Jimmy G. No, he would have been running for his life. He would have Jimmy G would have folded. Like, Trey
made it through that game for real.
You feel me? Like just look back on, like, yes, it was a win, but look back on a few years ago in the same type of conditions when we played Washington. Like, we didn't even score. Like, it was 3 field goals that game. So at least we made it down to the red zone quite a few times to score. Debo fumbled one time, and then Debo scored the next time. But like, trying to put it all on Trey, I don't think it was really Trey's fault. Like, it went from the coach to the team being undisciplined to the defense, offensive line. Like, I feel like Trey had a decent game, in my opinion. Like, but I mean, you can't give away games like that, in my opinion.
And then to touch on it before I go to Bo, I really feel like they was playing as if it's like, all right, these the Bears, bro. Like, at some point we just gonna win the game. I feel like they never really was taking it serious. And then, like, bro, in sports, bro, sometimes you could just be coasting, and it get away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh snap, we in the situation we weren't supposed to be in. Then it's like, because when they went up 19-10, we should already been up like a score or two, So it's like, dang, then they get up 19, and then it just starts storming. At that point, bro, I called Rudy like, bro, ain't no way we coming back now. Look at what's going on. We had our action in the third quarter. Where I would say on Trey is he did miss a few throws. The one across the middle, he missed the duty, cut to the end zone on the left side. But Debo fumbling was just as important. I mean, Trey Young, Debo, you are our best player. Like, you fumbling is not you feel me, not what's going on. And I said on the last episode, the front office, bro, they got to take some heat for not getting Debo in there, bro. You could tell Debo and Trey was not on the same page. They couldn't really get it going. You could tell he had better chemistry with Brandon Aiyuk. That's because they've been playing together all summer. He got the completion to Jennings and kept going to Jennings because he'd been working with him all summer. He don't really know Debo. He know Debo raw, but he going what he used to. So, like, I know you said Kyle Shanahan and all of them for sure, and he was using the most vanilla plays, bro. We just gonna keep running Debo on the same sweep, bro. We ain't gonna do nothing else creative with him. Like, but the front office, somebody got to talk. John, I need to talk to somebody because they should have had Debo in 2 months earlier than they did. But Bo, what did you see? Talk to me.
I mean, it's like everything y'all just said, man. There was a lot of mistakes being made. My biggest concern on Sunday was the offensive line. I mean, Kel kind of put it lightly. We was terrible on that offensive line. Besides Trent, I mean, McGlinchey was beat on almost every single play. It was bad out there. Trey was pressured so much, bro. He was pressured on 35% of his dropbacks. His stats for that were 1 for 7, -2 yards, and he had 2 sacks. That's horrible. In the weather conditions that we was playing in, there was no way that we were going to get any momentum going in the offense. And like how Kel said, I don't think Trey had a bad game either besides the interception. I mean, he went 13 for 28, 164 yards, and he led the team in rushing. So this loss ain't on Trey. Like Kel said, it was a lot of mistakes on both sides of the ball, but that's a game that we couldn't give up. Like, that was a loss to the Bears. That was a team we should have beat. I think you was right when you said there. We did underestimate them a little bit, and you see the outcome. We lost.
Raiders. What y'all got to say?
I mean, it ain't too much more to put up on there, beating a dead horse at this point. Really, just from what y'all say, it was sloppy on both sides, really. But looking for your star players to show up, and when you got as many fumbles as we saw out there from Debo and Trey, and the penalties, I think y'all outweighed them on penalties also by a lot in that game. And really, for me, I think just waiting to see really what Trey is. I know y'all high on this young quarterback, but I'm still waiting to see like that flash of greatness, why y'all went so high to pick him and what the hype is at this point when you playing a team like the Bears, a team that a lot of people probably got ripped on for betting on. The Niners, I know y'all was heavily favored against that game. Y'all looking like y'all highly favored in this next game also. But for Trey Lance to show up like that against a team like that, I'm just waiting for him to show out. It's real early in his career and in the season, so we're going to see what happened, but that's what I'm waiting on. I just haven't seen it yet.
So do you take into account the weather, or that don't matter at all?
That mattered for sure. But I mean, Justin Fields was playing out there too. He threw touchdowns. Trey Lance didn't. And Trey Lance been throwing picks. I think he threw a pick probably every game he played in at this point. Like, that's what I'm waiting on dude to really show up and show out. So once that happened, then I know what the hype is about, but I ain't seen it yet.
So let me ask you this, Dennis. You put out a bold statement on Twitter the other day, and it was that Trey Lance will not be the starter at the end of this season. Oh, now, the NFL poll was, give us your week one overreaction. And you said that Trey will not be the starter at the end of the season. What made you come to that conclusion, brother? Let me just ask you that. It's week one.
Honestly, when I put that out there, I don't even think that's an overreaction, to be honest. I think you as folks now, you probably going to hear from a lot more people than you thought at the beginning of the season. I said this to y'all as soon as you re-signed Jimmy too. What's the point? Why would you re-sign him? If you don't want him, why are you re-signing him when you all in on Trey Lance? What you going to keep the backup for that was just a starter these past couple of years? Because y'all don't believe in him either. The front office don't believe in him. So I don't understand why you would still keep him on there if you was all in and y'all really thought that this dude was who he is at this point.
So first of all, the terminology is wrong. We didn't re-sign him. We restructured his contract, took away hell of his money, and put him on the bench.
Call it what you want to. He on the roster.
So if you was the starter and they took your job and gave it to somebody else and took 2/3 of your money away, that's not good signs that they want to keep you. This is the NFL, bro, where people get hurt. What is one of the biggest problems in football? Nobody has backup quarterbacks. So look at the Dallas Cowboys. Dak just got hurt. What everybody saying? Oh my God, they're gonna lose the next 7 games in a row. They have no. Oh my God, who they backup quarterback? That's one of the biggest things. As soon as your starting quarterback go down, you have no shot at winning. They talking about trading for Jimmy, or should they trade for somebody? They in a disarray. We had somebody who couldn't get picked up, who already knew the system. It's like, why not keep him as a backup? If he gonna take $6 million, that's not a lot of money, and we still got. Now I think we third in cap space. It was no reason to just cut him for no reason and have Nate as our backup when he ain't proven at all. What's the point? If $6 million for a backup to come in, if he get hurt, and they've already said the only way he come in is if he get hurt. So it's like, why not?
Okay, so do we believe at this point then that that's the only reason he gonna come in? If Trey playing like this for the next 4 or 5 games, y'all ain't gonna put Jimmy G back in there?
No.
Okay.
There's no reason, because at the end of the day, bro.
How long is it gonna take then before y'all put him back in there? If Trey performing like this, how many games? He gonna play out the whole season?
Yes. Is Derek Carr playing the whole season, throwing 3 picks in the first game? What are we talking about, bro?
We ain't got no Jimmy G as no backup. On our roster, y'all got Jimmy G who was in there, who
When you
was the
rock out,
starter.
bro,
Of course, Derek Carr gonna play out the season.
when you
We don't have a potential starting backup on our roster. Y'all do, and y'all restructured his contract so you could keep him. But if y'all believe, and if your front office believe that they're gonna start this dude all year and he continue playing like this, I don't even know what you're gonna be a fan for at the end of that.
But D, like, I feel like you just completely ignored what me and Kel said. This loss was not Jimmy's fault. I mean, it was not Trey Lance's fault. So
How am I
what you talking about?
ignoring that? I'm not ignoring that at all. You asking me from what my prediction was and what the overreaction was. That's not an overreaction at this point. When you go out there and you don't throw any touchdowns and you throw interceptions and you fumble the ball and you take the sacks and you have a backup on your team that was your starter last year, how is that an overreaction?
because if he was a good starter, he wouldn't be the backup now.
Okay, I'm not saying that he's a great starter. The
but-
fact is that your starter right now didn't perform. So why would you ride him out the entire year if he performing like that? If he get better, then that's why they call it an overreaction. There ain't no point in putting him in. But if not, then yes, you need to go back to who was winning for you.
When you have a young quarterback, bro, they make mistakes. It's a point in the adjustment period of them to grow. Peyton Manning came out his first year and threw 28 picks. There's no reason for you to just be like, oh, he threw one pick and he had 2 or 3 bad throws. Oh, he just played horrible. And that's not even make no sense. I could see if he was just out there throwing picks left and right. You keep saying all of these fumbles and all of these picks if he had multiple of either one.
I'm saying he had one of each. And then when we go back to it, y'all said it also. With football and this Super Bowl, you got to win right now, right? So why would you ride out the season? You said you had the best roster top to bottom. Why would you ride out the season if he keep performing like that and not put in somebody that has proven to win for you?
Because
why would you ride it out with that?
He's proven he can't win the big games, or else he would still be the quarterback. I just don't understand how y'all be acting like y'all ain't just watched Jimmy have a chance to win the NFC Championship, blow it. Have a chance to win the Super Bowl, blow it.
And then we're gonna see. And then we're gonna see then what Trey Lance do. But y'all would be stupid to keep him in there if he's still playing like this all year. If he get better, forget it. Leave him in there. You got a chance to go all the way. But if he continue playing like this and you got Jimmy G on the bench with the roster that you got, then why wouldn't you put him back in there?
Yeah, bro, you got something for him, bro, because he just act like he not listening, bro. Maybe he
y'all know it makes sense. You got to win right now, okay? So why would you let that roster do that to you?
He's not.
Why would you let that quarterback do that to you if you want to win right now with the roster that you got? Think about it, okay?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Like they laid it out for you. Dev said everything that needed to be said, basically. Like, what do you not get, D? Like, let's talk.
No. What don't y'all get is the question. What don't y'all get? I'm telling you what y'all said. You say you got the best roster top to bottom. I'm saying if your quarterback continue playing the way that he is, why wouldn't you make the switch to somebody that you restructured their contract for and has won games for you? He hasn't won the Super Bowl for you. No, not yet. But if you need him to complete plays and get a W for you, and Trey Lance is playing like the way he did this last game, it don't make sense not to make that move if you're on track to do it.
I think that Dennis, you make some interesting points. There's like the common thing of if you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have one. But the fact that they've shown the commitment to Trey, if this was a game that was in like sunny San Francisco or Santa Clara, whatever it was, like the weather with this and that wasn't bad, and you kind of name it, it might be different. But even then, like they're committed to the dude. If to your point too about the Super Bowl window being so close, I see where you're trying to go with this, right? Is if Jimmy can win you those games, make the switch. But they committed to Trey, and that's where it's going. So it's
throw away the season then. Forget it.
If that's what they want to do, then that's what they want to do.
Like, now we're throwing away the season.
It's week
Throw it away then.
Throwing away the season.
It was week 1.
Throw it away. Y'all not even understanding what
So Aaron Rodgers' season is thrown away.
Going then. Y'all don't understand. Listen, I'm saying if dude play like the way he did and you aren't winning,
Right.
but you have the chance
Listen,
and
bro.
the reason,
We
okay?
can talk
Even
about
if-
ifs
after
all
week one,
day.
we continue. We
Even
just
if
went
he's
over
playing
this.
bad, even if he struggled in his first year, bro, when you invest that much into a young quarterback, if
Thank
you're
you.
not ready to get him off your roster, you are rocking with him, bro. That's the whole thing that was going on in Miami with Tua and the going back and forth to Ryan Fitzpatrick. Once you commit to your quarterback, he is your quarterback. It doesn't matter, bro. Like this one season, Trey is on a rookie contract, so he still has 3 to 4 years left at minimal money as far as quarterback is concerned. We are even with Jimmy. The reason we re-signed him is because even with Jimmy on the roster, we still are like the 17th, 18th highest paid quarterback room in the league. So it's like we have room. Most of our guys are signed. Debo is now signed. Fred is signed. Both of which
Tua,
should be
Mac
signed.
Jones
Kittle
and them,
was signed.
ain't none of them had the roster that y'all got right now. Ain't none of them had the same thing to where you there the first year or first year as a starter and you got the chance that you do right now in this
But
moment. Ain't none of them had the same roster.
But they
right
played
now.
last year though, right? They played a season, right? A full season.
Of course, they played and
all right,
didn't
but did
have
Trey
as
Lance
much of
play-
a chance on both sides of the ball as y'all do right now.
What do that got to do with the point of rocking with the guy you drafted?
We talking about right now. That's what I'm saying to y'all. Right now. If he is the reason why you can't win games and he performs the way that he did in this first game, and you have a Jimmy G on the bench, then you have to make the move to go back to him to get you a W to win right now.
I
You
just
can
think
bring
that's
your guy back if that's what you want to do.
That's not
But
gonna work.
right now, you got to make that move.
That's just the disconnect. We got to disagree because you said if he was the reason, and like Kelly Rudy said, he wasn't the reason. So it don't really correlate like how you. It's not really like getting there how you feel like it's getting there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. We can see though, but moving.
He is gonna see. That's what it's gonna be because
If he
it's not
can't-
it's a that's why they call it an overreaction after week one. That's where it all came from. An
If he
overreaction
can't-
after week one. We're
Now,
gonna
if
see
he
how it
come
is
and do
going
this,
forward
bro,
and what it
and-
come out to.
and throw 3 picks, bro, and underthrow the best receiver in the league by 2-3 yards and throw it right to the. If he come out and play like that, bro, and have a chance to win the game and just throw it away, like this next game we're gonna talk about for the next few weeks or the next few years, like Derek Carr been doing, then we could talk about what you talk about. But after week one, it don't hit. But let's
That's
move
why it's an overreaction. That was the question. That's what's the question.
man. Kerr, we coming to you. You like tripping.
That's what it was.
Kerr, what you see from
I
the
mean-
boys week one? This nigga.
You said what one time?
What you see from week one? What did you like? How do you feel the game went? Do you feel good about how it went? Not just the end result, but the flow of the whole game. What you think?
We're talking Raiders or Niners?
We're talking Raiders, Chargers now.
Oh, good because I don't watch y'all games. I'm like y'all watching the Raiders games, but yeah. So for the Raiders
You don't
game,
watch
honestly,
football games? You come on a football pod, they ain't watching the games we talking
All
about.
them Raiders is like
I'm
that.
on
Y'all
red
just don't
zone.
watch
I'm
the
on
game.
red zone,
That's-
bro.
My
I'm on
daughter's
red
in. I thought
I'm
you
on
we
red
not
zone.
watching-
I was on red zone and y'all did not pop up that much, so I didn't watch the game. That's just how it worked.
Hey, this makes sense why his takes be so wild. 'Cause you don't watch-
Mhm.
We getting in there.
Exactly.
How can I watch?
He like the same way. He don't watch our game.
Yeah, he
I'm tuned in. I'm letting y'all know. Of course,
How
I'm
can
on
I
red
watch
zone with it, but
15
I'm letting
games?
y'all know.
How can I watch 15 games in one day?
man.
There's no way. You just can't answer that question. There's literally not enough time in the day to watch that. So like I don't know, even though we're talking about this point. But anyway, the Raiders game. It was tough. I'm not a big what's the word? Like losses are losses, but like there's some positives to take away from it. The offensive line played a lot better than I thought that they would. To Rudolph's point, I was watching the recap in the preseason one. We can't run the ball. We average about 4.9 yards a carry. That's not bad. Pairing that with Devontae still being Devontae, Derek had one of his worst games of his career, and we still only lost by 5 to a team that a lot of people had in the Super Bowl. I did have them winning the division. I don't think that lasted a week. So honestly, I'm encouraged by it. I think that you put our weakness. Now the whole like rotating right side of the offensive line was interesting. That was kind of dumb. Defense showed up, but we came away with a lot of injuries. But Devontae showed out, and Josh Jacobs got a lot better as the game went on. So it was encouraging, but a loss is a loss. So
Eli Boss.
Yeah, I mean, I think we saw what we expected out of Devontae, and Carr, of course, went to his safety blanket in him. He went crazy, but that was about it from takeaways out of great things that I saw from the game. To Kerwin's point, I do think that the line held up a lot better than I expected. We know that that was a weakness going into the season. I wish that Carr would get rid of the ball a lot quicker. This is what I think for him, the biggest opportunity is. He gets tunnel vision with who he wants to throw the ball to, and instead of spreading the ball around the field, he tunneling in on him, and if that person ain't open, he holding it and taking a sack, and it's looking like the offensive line ain't holding up, but he holding the ball way too long. Either get rid of it or take off. Same thing we were saying last year. I wish we would have gotten the run game involved more. I think when Josh Jacobs got the ball, he was going crazy. He averaged at least 5-6 yards a carry. I mean,
5.7.
it almost don't get no better than that. So we get him involved more and we looking a lot better. And my quarterback don't get tunnel vision and he make better decisions with the ball. Not even better decisions, just quicker decisions. Just make sure that he getting it out of his hands a lot quicker and making a decision to either throw it or take off and run the ball, which isn't a strength that he has, but I wish he would have developed more for him. But it's week one. Gonna go back and watch film. I think he's gonna get a lot better with spreading the ball out. And that's what it's gonna come down to. You laughing, but your team took an L too. So I don't know what's funny.
What's funny is when it was our team, the world was coming down. We needed to blow it up. Trey got to go. Now with your team, it's week one. No, no worries. My quarterback
Did I not just say that
my
before
quarterback
we went here? I said it was a week one over. Y'all hyping up the whole question. Y'all forgetting what Rudy asked, bro.
No.
What are we talking about?
No.
No, I caught you because you said it was an overreaction for real. You said
Bro, they say stuff like we don't be recording the episode. It'd be crazy.
no, we're gonna go back and we're gonna find it. So I found it early, but you said it.
But that's what it was. Rudy said it was an overreaction, so we're gonna rock with what Rudy said.
Oh wow. Hey,
Rudy
the question.
read what the
Answer the
NFL
question.
poll was asking.
Right.
It said, well, the NFL asked, what is your week one overreaction? And that's
There
what
it is.
Rudy
Cut.
said.
There it is. Cut.
Easy.
Answer.
Anywho, can I ask another question, bro? Because I got called a hater on the preseason AFC episode. When I said, you know what I mean? When your quarterback ain't that good, getting a number one receiver like that might be hard because he might not spread the ball out no more. He might just stuff it to one dude. D-Like, you said I was hating. Curry was like, he gonna still find a way to get them people the ball. Renfrow didn't get a target till the end of the second quarter. He only had 3 catches for 21 yards. I don't know the last time he had only 3 catches or only had 21 yards in the game. Waller, I feel like he missed Waller on a few. Waller had a decent game. I think he went 4 for 79 or something like that. He could have went over 100, but bro was looking for Devontae.
Most receiving yards in the league by a tight end. Yep.
So it's like, bro, he could have had a good game. I mean, a better game, but you looking at 17-6. I told y'all this was gonna happen.
And you got to think about it this way too, though. We ain't played nobody all preseason. This is first time getting some type of game day action with him out there. I think all the teams, or most of the teams, not all of them, most of the teams that didn't play nobody at the beginning was looking like that and didn't have any type of chemistry. You look at the Broncos just this past week, bro. We wasn't seeing everybody get action like they were supposed to. So he was going to a safety blanket during this game. So that's what it come down to. Do I think that he still could spread the ball around the field? Of course, he was doing that all last year. So this is what happens when you ain't play nobody and you get your first taste of action on the field.
So
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Renfro went 4 games last season. With his last game, he had 4 catches. Then the game before that, he had 7, then 3, 3. He had 4. He had games of 3, 5, 5. That's just what happens. I'm not too worried about it. We were texting offline about it. If Devontae's open 17 times, feed him the ball. Like, yeah, it sucks. I would much
he
rather
wasn't
have
open 17 times. That's why he only caught 10. It was like
no, because he
wasn't-
overthrew him and did a whole bunch of other shit. So it's like, if you take out the overthrows, it's probably like maybe 15, 14 times. And then even then, he had one where he was actually covered. And I agree with you, right? This is my point of it. You do get tunnel vision. Like, you're right? It is a quote unquote bad thing, but it's not the worst thing if Devontae is getting open every single time. I would love it if he threw the ball more to Waller. If he threw it, he left 2 touchdowns on the board that I can think of right now. And that's just, it is what it is. He had an underthrow. He had a bad game. But it wasn't like the targets were bad. Like, yeah, you should feed Renfro the ball more, especially on 3rd down and 4th down, which he did at the end of the game when it mattered. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. The best receiver, top 2 receivers in the NFL, had 17 targets. If he caught 10 of them for 144, like 140, should have had 2 tugs too. He could have had 11 for like 202 tugs, and it's a whole different conversation if he just doesn't underthrow the ball, which is his fault. So,
And if he would have hit Waller on the TD, so I mean, he could have turned it around. But
that was the 3 TDs. That's what it was. Yeah, Waller on the out route, Devontae deep, and Waller. If he would have lobbed it instead of bullet pass, it would have been cool. But he had a bad
sloppy.
game.
But I mean,
bad
he's
game.
gonna improve. You ain't it. Like you said, it was one of his worst games. That ain't gonna happen too many times.
So D-Light Ball, before I go to my Niners, Rudy, you got something to say? Can I get you to retract your statement that Derek Carter make no mistakes with his arm?
I said what I had to say with it, bro. What it came down to, and Kerwin put it in the best terms for me, bro. It wasn't the decisions that he was making. It was him either not making the decision or the underthrows. It was the worst time. It was the worst time that he could have had in terms of picks. I don't know if he had a game like this before where he had 3. This might be the highest he ever had.
Gotta mute you, brother. Now you just lying. And you didn't answer the question. So, Rudy Bo, what you got to say? This is
Hey,
Look, man. Y'all defense. I was impressed by y'all defense. Y'all held up against the Chargers offense. I mean, it was good. It wasn't great, but I'm glad y'all mentioned what y'all mentioned. Derek Carr's tunnel vision. He had Renfro open on a lot of passes. He was strictly on Devontae. 17 targets. That's you just focusing on 2 people when you could be spreading the ball around. Of course. Y'all talking about the O-line held up more than what y'all expected. He was sacked 5 times. What happened?
how many of those was his fault though?
On the ball, yeah.
Yes, it was his fault. He stood in the pocket. Did you not watch the replay, Dennis? Did you not watch the game? Unlike y'all actually watched y'all
We
game
just
from
said
start
that.
to finish.
You
He stood there.
making the same points we just made.
He held on to the ball. That was the whole point of the conversation.
Exactly. He held on to the ball. So I'm just saying, what
O-line did cool.
O-line did
Held on
cool.
to
He
the-
was sacked
held on to the
5
ball.
times, and the O-line did cool.
Because he held on to the ball, Rudy. Like, if I'm just back there holding on to it, not moving, not doing
How
shit.
long you expect them to hold
No,
up?
Rudy, I got you. So listen, your quarterback missed 3 TDs. Y'all said he underthrew 3 balls. He overthrew a couple. He held on to the ball and got sacked 5 times. His own fault. This is your 9th year starting quarterback, and y'all don't have no concerns. There's nothing to worry about. Everything y'all just said means this guy is chief. He underthrowing, overthrowing, missing targets, and holding on to the ball getting sacked.
3 interceptions.
I got a whole 9 years of film that say that he got game-winning potential in him as well when it come down the stretch, and that he don't throw 3 interceptions every single game. So yes, I feel okay with it. Yes.
I'm cool, man. He's not gonna do it twice. I don't think. I hope not.
Bro, it's crazy, bro. Like he did X, Y, and Z wrong.
Right.
But the
And they
answer
are incredibly optimistic.
At 1 game, yeah. He had a 1 game in his own system. It's the first game in Josh McDaniels' offense. And he was nervous.
So Trey don't get no slack for being a first-year starter
I
in
didn't
one of the
think-
worst conditions in football, other than snow, where he threw 164 yards, led the team in rushing, and only threw 1
See,
pick at the
now
end of the
y'all
game.
changing up what the whole narrative is.
And then-
Ain't nobody
I'm
said
asking
Trey
you a
don't
question.
get no slack.
And
Ain't
then
nobody
D-Light
said that, bro.
They didn't
You just
play in
said
the
to bench
preseason.
him.
Bruh,
I
he
said
didn't play
it-
in the preseason.
We ain't even gonna go back in circles on that, bro.
Bruh. He said they didn't play in the preseason and then went on to say he went to his security blanket, the guy that they just picked up 2 months ago, over the guy he's been playing with for years. How are these not? Talking about they need
Like
chemistry.
training camp ain't a
Why
thing.
did he
It's
need
college,
bruh.
bro. It's his college best friend who they
Them
train with in
his
the off.
guys, though.
You get
Doesn't
wide
make
receiver number 1. You think he ain't gonna be looking for him?
No, but your point was they didn't have chemistry. How do he not got chemistry with
Never
his
said that.
D-Line?
Never said they never had chemistry.
Not them two. I'm saying the whole team as a whole.
You
Who did he
said
not have? Who is new? D-Like, you had Waller last year. You had Renfro
The
last year.
whole team, bruh. You
Going
got
in-
you
going
got
in new
a
spots.
new wide receiver 1. You got a new coach. You got a new whole playing system. You got everybody coming together on new plays that y'all ain't ran together, and they all doing this against a real team in real time now, bruh. They haven't played.
and the only 2 security blankets he had, he didn't throw to, bro. So that defeats what you're saying. If
No.
if you saying we don't have chemistry, I'm gonna go to the new guy over the and I'm just forget about the 2 guys I got. Why would he not have chemistry with Renfro and Waller already?
It's not a new guy though. It's his best friend since college who they train with in the offseason.
Okay,
They're just making up routes. Like that doesn't make sense. Like he has more chemistry with them than he has with those 2. And if they're all going into a new offense and I'm scared and I'm Derek Carr and I got tunnel vision, I'm gonna go to the wide receiver 1 and my best friend who I've played with for like the past 10 years in the offseason and then also in college as well. That's not an outlandish statement to make.
You just described Carr as a rookie. Did you just say if when I'm a quarterback and I'm scared, I'm going to go to my number 1 receiver who I just got in this past offseason just because he was my buddy in college rather than go to Waller? What are you talking about? You just got this is first season with you.
They trained in the offseason for the last 8 years and they played college football together. What is this rookie shit you talking about?
Why was he
I'm
scared?
saying-
What was he scared of?
But of Bosa and Matt come at the same exact time with Derwin James coming too and everybody else. This is like the whole thing about Derek Carr getting tunnel vision. D-Like, we're talking in circles, bro.
That's about
Yeah.
D-Like. That's about your quarterback panicking in the pocket, which is what we tried to say on the last podcast about how he makes mistakes with his arm. It's all connecting.
Well, the arm and the head is different, but I feel what you're saying.
And the accepting of the sacks and not taking off with the ball. Like that's what it's coming down to, bro.
All right. Can I ask something real quick?
You got it, bro.
Can I ask something real quick? So,
Yep.
One, y'all said, y'all talking about targets. Be like, you talk about targets. Devontae getting too many targets. Is that what y'all saying? Is that what you were saying? Be like,
I ain't saying he getting too many targets. Heck nah. I would just go to my other receivers more often.
okay, well, this is what happens. If, in case y'all didn't know, 'cause I know it's been a while since I had a number 1 receiver. But when you have a number 1 receiver, they take all the targets. So Renfro, Waller, all them, they targets is gonna go down, whether y'all like it or not.
That's fine with me.
It's it is what it is. So
That's fine with me.
that's what's gonna happen. Secondly, y'all want him to hold on to the ball, or you're saying he's holding on to the ball too much. So the last few years, and my line of partners, we know the last few years, what has been the nickname of Derek Carr? Check down what? Check down Carr.
For sure.
So when he see that little bit pressure, y'all complain he checked down too much. So now y'all want him to go back to checking down too much. So first, now he's holding the ball too long. So y'all want him to go back to check down Carr and getting the ball out quick? Or y'all want him letting his receivers do the work and attacking downfield? What is it?
Look at Josh Allen on Thursday night with a line that was imploding as well against Aaron Donald. When dude was getting rushed, get rid of it. Quick passes, slant routes, hit the man that's open immediately. That's all I need from you, bro. Just don't hold it for too long and get rid of it. That line didn't look perfect on that first game against LA, but he in there getting rid of it, making smart decisions. That's all I need you to do. It's not even a check down. Just hit the man that's open, run quick slant routes. If you know your line ain't gonna hold up, instead of looking for that deep ball all the way down the field, hit the man that's open on that slant, on that end, on that quick out. That's all I need.
And that's where Josh McDaniels even came in and said he got to call a different game.
There you
So,
go.
It's just like it's to answer your question, the answer is yes, right? Like I don't want him to hold the ball and just check it deep to everybody, do that kind of shit. Like let's move through your progressions. If you like Devin's saying feed Hunter in for the ball more, cool. If it's hot and you got a blitz coming, cool. Check it out, like get it out. That's all it is. He can do it. It's just people the overreactions is just like last year too. During the Ravens game, I bring it up all the time on Twitter. Darren Waller had like 12, 14 targets. Everybody, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Rest of the season, bro, he was fine. It's just how Derek Carr plays. He'll be cool. We'll move on to the next week.
Okay, bro. You know, we'll keep an eye out on this guy. Hey, you know, 9 years starting, 18 years starting, shit happens though. We're gonna see. But let's get into, before we go to the picks quickly, surprise game of the week. What was one game that you thought, oh, this for sure going this way, and it went another way? Even it could be your one or two, whatever you got, your top games, whatever. I'm gonna start with Kerr.
For surprise of the week, not too much stood out. I wanted to say the Niners-Bears game just because of the talent differentials between the team, but we've talked in length about the weather and how you can't really hold that against them. Granted, they played in the same weather, but that's just football sometimes. And it was clear who should have won the game. The biggest surprise to me from a good standpoint was the Chiefs game. Hey, man.
MVP.
Hey, man.
MVP.
That's we took what was bro we took last year? Was it Bart Starr? They was taking over Patrick Mahomes, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah. He damn near goated. Kel, what was yours?
I mean, I just want to throw out there that this was probably one of the best. Other than the L we took, this is probably one of the best opening weeks of football we had in a minute. Like, it was, every game had you the edge of your seat. You know, field goal kickers was kicking it to the left, kicking it to the right. We had safeties kicking field goals. It's like it was crazy, man. It was crazy. It was exciting too. I mean, probably not if you was betting, but you know, it was definitely exciting. But I mean, I think the Giants really surprised me. You know, just the fight they had in them. You know, Saquon looked like Saquon. I knew that Giants defense, you know, was gonna be it. But my main question, and I talked about this with Kerr on the last pod, was, you know, Daniel Jones. And I still feel like Daniel Jones is not it. And I feel like he kind of threw him out of the game at some point. Like, he was kind of throwing the game away a little bit at some point. But that, like, just them running the ball, using the weapons with Robinson and Tony, and just all the weapons they got, and Saquon, just, I don't know. It was real impressive to me. It surprised me a lot. You know, and that defense, that Giants defense, definitely impressed me. But they heading in the right direction. So that was the biggest surprise for me.
I like that game for sure. D-like boss.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Kill. I know I had the Titans winning that one by a long shot, and I know people was counting Saquon out, but for him to go crazy the way that he did, over 100 yards, over 150, maybe 160, went crazy in that game, and won it for him at the end of the day. So that was the biggest surprise for me. I think looking at the games, I was with Curran going on Red Zone, and if you was tuned in, every time you looked, Joe Burrow throwing pick after pick after pick. Oh my God, that was ridiculous. So, I mean, I'm talking about biggest surprise / best game that I saw was that one, because that's another one. I don't know who counted the Steelers to beat the Bengals and go crazy like they did on defense, pick after pick and pick six. Oh man, it was ridiculous out there. So for them to come out with that, the way that they did and win that game on the road, that was a surprise and the best game that I saw on TV. They went crazy. Sloppy, but I wasn't expecting it.
Hey, that was for sure the exciting. Like, I had that game as well, D-like, because like I don't got the Bengals going to the Alls, but I definitely had them winning this game by a long shot. I didn't think their defense was gonna look that good, bro. Minka, bro, the whole secondary was going crazy. They was sacking him. I had Joe Burrow in fantasy, bro. I only lost by like 3-4 points. If he could have just threw 2 picks instead of 4 picks, we'd have been good.
Yeah,
but
and it still ended up close. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And some fumbles too.
And he had a crazy game, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. But them division, but the Steelers, that's Mike Tomlin though, bro. Like, the way he coached, bro, he gonna find a way to keep his dogs in there, bro. Like,
that's for sure.
I feel like I got to get him a couple more wins just based off of. I feel like I disrespected him with my preseason record. He damn near the best coach in football almost. Like
So
one of them, he up there, bro. That was a good one, G-Like.
He gonna find a way, no matter what roster you give him, finding a way.
Facts. No losing record. You feel me? Like,
Come on, bro.
Tomlin gets it done. That defense will show out every time for the Steelers, like year in, year out.
And
Minka coming for that DPOY.
the defense, I mean, that division been tough to him the whole time he been there. It ain't like it's been cakewalk. The Ravens been good. You feel me? The Bengals, it was cool. Like, it's never been just like, damn, like the Patriots had it where it was just them and nobody else for 10 years. Like, that's never been the case.
Minka might be coming for DPOY, and I don't know what the TJ Watt's parents put in their food.
Whew. Oh my God.
I need that recipe, but I kind of also don't because those niggas cannot stay healthy. But other than that,
Yeah,
bro, some animals.
Yeah, but
He's looking like a monster.
He the best off the edge, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. He crazy, bro. How long you gonna be out? They said he ain't gonna be out that long, like what, 4 to 6 weeks?
6 weeks.
Yeah. I think second opinion said no surgery, probably like 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah.
These people is animals, bro. He should be out for the whole season, bro. There's no reason we should even be considering him coming back this week. Like, yo, Peck, bro, you coming off the edge and they hitting you right in your, like, that's anywho. Bo, who you got? Like,
Biggest surprise for me this week was the Seahawks and the Broncos. I thought that the Broncos were going to come in. It's being Russell Wilson's former team. I thought he was going to destroy Seattle. And like Gino said, they counted me. I counted him out. I thought Gino was going to come in there and shit the bed. I thought he was going to do terrible. I did not expect him to play as good. I did not expect him to play as good as he did. I mean, he went 23 for 28, 195 and 2 touchdowns. Granted, the Broncos made a lot of mistakes. I mean, they lost possession twice on the freaking goal line, and then their coach's decision to kick that 64-yard field goal was just a bad call. But they won. I didn't expect them to hold up and make the game that close, so that's the biggest surprise for me.
nah, D-Like boss, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, take your victory lap. You tied the weekly picks by getting that last game. It was supposed to be a 3-way tie. You said no, 4-way tie. What was you saying with that, bro? Because I laughed when I seen you pick that. What you had said?
I mean, it's almost the same thing I had said with talking about the Raiders. I know this ain't the same situation. You got a whole new quarterback coming in though, like, and they ain't played all preseason either. And then he going into Seattle where we know this 12th man or whatever they call themselves, bro. That home field advantage out there is probably the best out of the NFL. Mm-hmm. And they wasn't gonna take them lightly. You know, when they come in there and they playing those revenge games, that it just get the momentum behind them. And Gino wasn't no scrub out there, so it was too much hype, and they didn't live up to the potential at the end of it.
So wait, quick question though, before we get into the picks, I was a little surprised, bro, when Russ came out that they booed him. I don't know if that was something that was expected.
I wasn't.
Like, I knew during the game but I thought he would get some love like pregame, bro. Like, why you wasn't surprised?
Okay, yeah, I got you. Okay, I got you. Yeah, well, for when he first came out and they introducing him, I kind of, I'm a little on the fence about it, just because of the circumstances of how stuff went down out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like he was a free agent that signed over there, had decisions. Like, dude, feel me, was done. It was mutual. They was both done with each other, and you playing against them. Like, that has something to do, I think, with the W at the end of the day. When I'm saying with that 12 man that they got out there, like, right, that's the savages that they is out there. And when you in that environment and it come down to it and you competing against him, I can't show you no love. Like, we need this W. We on to the next one. Now, if you retiring, we putting your jersey up in the rafters, oh yeah, thank you. Super Bowls, all that. Appreciate you. Right now, I'm taking your head off. Get out of here. Boo.
And he did say I was gonna be a forever, and then put on a list of teams. So he did kind of do some JCats. You feel me? But okay, you right, D-Like boss. You right.
After seeing all of the ex-Seahawks players come out and like really trash dude and like, oh shit, he lost. Told y'all something was in the water. It might have been something in Seattle. Even Doug Baldwin, who I didn't even know had a problem with, bro. Like I knew Richard Sherman had some shit to say. I knew it's like the whole defense had some shit to say, whatever. Marshawn probably would have had something to say, but he just kind of kept it cool. Even Doug Baldwin came out and said something like that's supposed to be his dog. Like there's something going on up there where it's like he, like you said, requested the trade, snaked out of it, and like, hey man, if you're not with us, you against us. So you're gonna hear it. And then like how you get three delayed game penalties when you knew going into it, this is how the stadium is gonna be. You knew going into it. So like I was telling y'all at the beginning of the season, I don't know if I might not be shaking like that in Denver, but I don't know.
You feel me? Hey man, I still think they coming in, they're gonna beat y'all. Well, we gonna see though. You feel me? Y'all ain't, but it is what it's gonna be. Like D-Like Boss said, we gonna have to wait and see. Let's jump into it. Game of the week. Early on this week, I got to go with the Thursday night game. We all know how we do it from last year. Game of the week, I need a skull. Chargers, Chiefs. Two of the best young quarterbacks in the league. Them two and Josh Allen right now, probably the top 3 young QBs in the league. Going head to head, who you got? Kurt.
I'm rocking with the Chiefs. After seeing what we could do to the Chargers, and granted it's week 1, JC Jackson was out, but after seeing what the Chiefs could just do with their whole arsenal of shit, like they made a good point about not having that one, kind of like your point, to have not having one receiver but having the whole team, right? It does make you harder to defend. Now it helps when you have wide receiver 1, but whatever. So the fact that they go into Travis Kelce, who's still not getting doubled, it's Patrick Mahomes throwing it to him. Juju's doing this, Sky Moore's doing this. Like he's spreading the ball out, and he's making it difficult for him. So against the Chargers, who we just saw weren't really even able to cover the Raiders defense that well, or the Raiders receivers that well, I got the Chiefs. I'm rocking 35-24.
35-24. Let's see. All right. Kill. Talk to me 2 times.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Mahomes looked impressive.
Talk to me now.
He looked really good. Jay Herbo looked good at some points, but also too, you gotta get a Raiders defense credit. You feel me? But that's not this part of the show, so we're not gonna do that. But honestly, bro, I got the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs taking this one, man. I'm not gonna lie. I said in the previous episode that a lot of these divisional games in the AFC West is gonna be a lot of splits, and so the Chiefs at home. Patrick Mahomes coming off that big game. I got the Chiefs 37-31. It's gonna be a real shootout.
Okay.
Real shootout.
37-31. Rouge Bo.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs too, man. Like I said, both teams is tough, but Justin Herbert is out. Keenan Allen got ruled out today. JC Jackson is a game time decision, but he most likely won't play. The Chiefs, rookie cornerback Tremaine Duffy went on IR, and they just lost Harrison Butker. So I think it's gonna be a shootout, bro. I got 38-35 Chiefs.
Wait, Harrison Butker not playing this week?
No, he was ruled out. They brought up Amendola to the practice squad, and he's gonna get upgraded by the time the game starts tomorrow.
That's why fantasy is annoying, bro. I would have won in the week if you'd have just stayed in the locker room. Why would you come out, bro, in a blowout and kick 3 field goals, and now you're not playing the next week? I did not need to hear that. D-Like Boss, who you got winning this game, bro? That's crazy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think on paper it's supposed to be a shootout, but usually when it's supposed to be, it don't always end like that. So I got the Chiefs winning. I think that Pat Mahomes is the better quarterback, and coming off the performance that he did last week on the road, now going home, and I'm gonna be playing a better defense at this point. I see it being a lot closer than we think it's gonna be, but I got the Chiefs winning 28-17.
28-17. Damn, man. I had the Chiefs too, but man, this is like a good opportunity to steal a game. It's all good. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. D, like, I really do agree with you, bro. It don't always be a shootout when they say it's going to be a shootout. But I'm going to go with a shootout score just because I'm hoping for a shootout, to be honest. So I'm going to go 35-31. I think Mahomes drive down at the end, throw a touchdown, and walk off on it. The first stamp in this MVP race we on. Anywho, moving right along. Niners, Seattle. Y'all talked all that trash. Trey finna get benched. Jump out on Seattle then if you tough, D-Light.
You got one for the Hawks right here.
Oh!
Another one.
So we start 0-2, bro. We lose this game, I'm pulling up on you. I don't even know what to say. I did not think you were going to say that. Curry, you going to back him up?
Nah, I'm rocking with y'all right now. But shit, I might pull up on him with you if you're saying that. You got some little magic out there in Virginia, boy. I don't know what's going on.
He called it an upset. So you got to not rock with your boy.
Yeah. I'm not taking the Seahawks, bro. I'm telling you.
Okay. Just making sure.
I'm not taking the Seahawks. Also, but about that Chiefs point, though, I just want to say Chris Jones, that preseason shit, that's got to give my flowers. I told y'all he was up there. I don't know. He was playing pretty good.
He looked nice. He looked like he was doing his thing.
Top 5 PFF. I don't know.
Rudy, who you got, bro?
You see who on my chest, man. You already know who I got, man. Rocking with the home team.
Yes, sir. Kill. What we doing?
Yeah, man, I got the gang, man. It's home team.
Well,
Right.
This game is for the last 10 years of them whooping on us, you feel me? This is for the last 10 years of them coming in our house. Russell Wilson spinning left, twerking right, and throwing it deep. This is for all that. We finna beat the dog crap out of them for sure. Moving right along. This is a bag. It looked bad on paper, but it might not be that bad. Jets, Browns. Kerr, who you got?
I'm rocking with Cleveland. They squeaked it out last week against the Panthers, which is not like the best thing to see, but the Jets did not show up at all against the Ravens. I got more faith in Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt running around, especially with Myles Garrett hunting on defense too. He looked unblockable last week. So I'm rocking with Cleveland.
Kill, what you got for me?
See, this was a game I really didn't know. Kind of going back and forth on the red zone. Cleveland looked like they was trying to give the game away, but Baker Mayfield being Baker Mayfield last week kept giving the game back to them. So it was like, I don't know, but the Jets, their offense, I don't know, that quarterback situation ain't the best. I think if they stop the run, I think the Jets can pull it out, man. Stop the run. They got a good enough defense. I'm gonna go out on the limb, man. I'm gonna take the Jets.
Boy, that was a curveball. Boy, he said Browns. Nah, I'm gonna go with the Jets. Just fuck with y'all. All right, cool, kid. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Bo, what you got?
Man, it was close for me too, Dave. I agree with you, man. This is gonna be an interesting game, and I actually made this pick right before we started this pod, but I'm gonna rock with Cleveland, man. I like the Jets. Oh, and I think it's gonna be close, but I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Okay, two for the Browns, one for the Jets. D-Line boss, where you going with it?
Man, I ain't know it was gonna be this close. I got the Browns. I got the Browns killing them. You got a backfield like that. You feed them against the Jets, who wasn't doing nothing last week. That's easy. I'm cool. I'll take the Browns.
All right, now listen though. I had the Browns too, but y'all know how it get when me and my brother go against the rest of you bum dumb. Me and Kev usually turn up, so I'm going with my guy, Jets. Yes.
Jets, Jets.
You see me? We rock it. I'm crossing it out. I got them. We in there. I feel good about it. We looking cool. Washington Lions. Rudy.
I wanted to hop on Detroit, but I got nervous. I'm taking the Commanders.
Ooh, he said he almost did it, didn't want to do it. D-Line, you gonna do it? Who you got?
Hell yeah. I love what I was seeing from the Lions last week. They surprised me. I'm taking Detroit.
That was supposed to be my surprise game, another surprise game for me. But for them to put up 35 on that Eagles defense, and that's all we've been talking about all off season is the Eagle defense gonna shut down the world, and they wasn't just getting no short yard. They was driving down the field. They
That was a
looked good.
game.
Yeah,
Going crazy.
for sure. That's not a bad pick. Kerr.
I'm with Dennis, bro. I'm rocking with Detroit. It's unfortunate they were on the same shit they were on last year with losing these one possession games.
Yeah.
But Washington squeaked by the Jaguars. Nah, brother. I'm rocking with Detroit.
Kill. Looks like you going with the Lions too.
Bruh, I don't know, bruh. I really don't know. Like I like what I seen from the Lions, but Washington, the potential is there, bruh. Like
Yes.
is there. Ah, man. But I've been watching the Hard Knocks. So I'm a little attached to the Lions a little bit. But I remember what they've been doing the last few years, man. Man. So I might have to just damn.
I got on your Hard Knocks pick, brother. You feel me? Go with your heart.
Man. I'm going Washington. Man.
On Washington.
Yeah.
I'm for sure going Washington. I got them winning the division. So this would be horrible for my narrative for them to take this loss. They need to go on and just keep on doing what they're doing. Kerr, nobody asked if they almost. I know you got fam down there in Jacksonville. Don't nobody care if they almost lost. We ain't even talking about all of that. They won. You feel me? Moving right along, division game. Could have had potential for game of the week. Bucks Saints. Rudy.
Oh, I'm going with the NO, man.
Oh, he said that would quickly.
Yes, sir. Very confident.
Okay. D-Line.
I was hoping you would come to me last on this one. That's the one that I didn't make a pick on. I was waiting to see what was gonna happen with the consensus.
It don't
Was
even,
looking like.
we can come back. Kale, we can come back till you take your time.
Hey, man, I feel like y'all shouldn't even ask me this, man. I've been telling y'all about New Orleans and Tom Brady, man. New
Yeah.
Orleans got mind control over Devo, man. I don't know what it is. I've told y'all all last year. It's been happening every year. I jumped on the limb. It took for y'all, you feel me, for the to be like, hey, all right, you was right, Kel. The Saints wasn't that good, but you was right, Kel. Like, they got mind control over Devo. So I'm still rocking with the Saints. They got much better team, much better defense. You saw once they turned it on and actually started playing the second half, like it was
It
cooking.
didn't look as good as I thought it would look. Not against ATL. I thought they would look a lot better and put them to rest a lot earlier than they did. They kept
Division game, D-Like.
Exactly.
matters.
Divisional. Say it with me. Divisional games.
That second half, they looked like the team they supposed to look like. That first half, they was cat. They catted off the whole first half.
Thanks.
Kerr.
I'm glad y'all just brought up that point. Division game. Guess who this is? A division game. And I was waiting for Bo Rappaport to have some shit out of the injury report, but with Jameis, Mark Ingram, and Alvin Kamara all questionable for this week, that's a tough look. That Bucks defense is not going anywhere either. So I'm even though I picked the Saints to win the division, I'm rocking with Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I got you, Kerwin. You want injury report? The Bucks, all their receivers is on the injury report. You know that, right? The whole receiving corps.
Yep.
That's a good
Julio,
point.
Yep.
Mike Evans, Chris
Yep.
Godwin,
Yep.
Russell Gage,
Yep.
like literally everybody. Okay, I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, all 7 of them guys you said was making them the best receiver core in all the sport. You feel me?
Position group as a whole.
D-Like boss, you got enough to make your decision, yeah?
Yeah, I think Kale got me. I'm gonna go with the Saints on that one. I think Kale got me on that one. I'm gonna rock with you.
Hey, and for the people that's watching, if you need any more suggestions to make you want to go with the Saints, listen to the episode I just posted earlier, week 1 recap. Jaron goes through the last 10 games of Mike Evans versus Marshawn Lattimore. It's something you might want to go tune into. It's very disrespectful for somebody who's been the top 10 receiver the whole time they've been matching.
Lockups.
Clamping. Something nasty. I think he only got like 1 game over 50. No, I think it was 2 games over 50 yards in the last 10. It was real bad.
It's disrespectful, bro. Just watching it, bro, it's disrespectful. Like
Mind control.
like real life mind control. Like
and I know he be locking them up, but I was still surprised when he was reading the numbers off. Like he read them off camera. I was like, damn. Then he read them off, and I was still like, that's crazy. Just go tune in though. It's crazy. So I'm going with the Saints too, bro. For surely. This next one. We got some bad teams that's matching up that could be a solid game. You know what I'm saying? Carolina and the Giants. Kerr.
I'm a rock with the Giants this week in a battle of two used to be injury prone running backs. Now they're both healthy for now. I'm rocking with the New York Football Giants.
Yeah, what you got for me?
I got the Giants. Like I said, Baker was doing everything he could in his power to throw the game away. And I think that Giants defense, they go channel in on him. So I got the Giants.
Dennis.
Yeah, if you would have asked me week 0, I would have had the Panthers taking this one. But Kale said it. Baker was baking it up. Christian McCaffrey had a touchdown, but besides that, I don't know where he was at either. And then you see Saquon on the other side and how they showed up. I already said it was my biggest surprise, so I'm going to take the Giants at home.
Boy, we got a clean sweep, or what we doing?
Yes, we do, sir. I am taking the New York Giants. I liked what I've seen from Saquon. I liked how their defense played. Danny Dimes made some mistakes, but I think Dabo gonna get in his ass and he's gonna correct that this week.
Dang, bro. All of these opportunities to steal a game, bro. Yeah, bro. This one I'm finna make my little. I'm switch. I had the Giants, bro, but we cages all keep picking the same team, bro. I got to go on a win this week, so I'm going with the Panthers.
Jump out there.
You ain't winning with that one. Putting your faith in Baker, huh?
What you said?
I said you ain't winning with that one. You putting your faith in Baker, huh?
You put yours in Danny Dimes.
Hey.
It ain't like we out here talking about, you feel me?
Hey.
Danny Dimes was 17 for 21 last week.
Hey, man. Every dog have his day. You feel me? We talking about McDonald's versus Burger King. You feel me? Y'all act like y'all talking about McDonald's and Fleming's or something. This is you feel me? And like Kurt said, these two of the best running backs in the league. They match up at every position. They got good running backs, trash quarterbacks, cool receivers. I'm feel me? Coin toss. Pats, Patriots, Steelers. Bo, what you got?
Oh, I'm rocking with the Steelers, man. We all know what's going on with TJ. He ain't gonna be here for the next 6 weeks. Najee was living in practice today, but he expected to play. I think he's gonna be cool. Mac Jones was at practice today too, but he's dealing with a back problem. And the Patriots looked it bad on Sunday. I mean, their offensive line couldn't hold up. Wasn't nobody picking up blocks. Granted, they was going up against Miami's defense, which is good, but I'm rocking with Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with Pittsburgh too.
Sure.
New England is -2 right now.
Yeah.
Not really sure why.
Let it stay like that. Please let it stay like that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But there was nothing in that game that made me want to think the Patriots might not even be in play for like #1 pick type stuff. Like this is ugly, man. Are the Dolphins that good? Maybe. But the way the Steelers defense played last week is a better quarterback and a better team in Joe Burrow. Yeah, granted, TJ Watt's out, but they'll be fine. I'm rocking with Pittsburgh.
Speaking of the spread, though, bro, shout out Dan. He said we need to start throwing some betting on here. You want a nice little teaser, 6-point teaser. You got, who is it? The Chargers underdogs by 3.5, tease them up to 9.5. And then you get that 2 with the Steelers and tease that up to +8. You're cooking. 100 to win your 100. That's a good ticket. Chargers plus 9.5, Steelers +8. I'm trying to tell you. But D-Light Boss, what you got for me?
Yep. That defense convinced me last week. I said it again. Best game I saw last week was them forcing them interceptions that they had against one of the best quarterbacks in the game. You go up against Big Mac, I think they look a lot better. So I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
Hey, bro, I know I told you I want to pick a little bit different, but I'm not picking McCorkle. Never in life. He's not
Jump out there.
No, me and McCorkle have no connection. I'm going with the Steelers. Clean sweep. Coach Jags. Now, fun fact about this game in Jacksonville, the Colts have not beat the Jags in Jacksonville in 8 years. Just throwing something I throw out there. I don't know if y'all knew that. Kurt, you took your mic off. These is your family. You feel me? Your people live down there. You go down there, second home type shit. Is you rocking?
Of course. Of course. You just tied the Texans last week? Nah, brother, I'm cool off that.
Trevor Lawrence finna throw a party. Okay. Rudy.
I like that fact, Dave. You took over for me on that one. But this is another game I think could end in a tie, bro. I was looking at this for the longest trying to figure out who was going to win this game. I don't know. Can we do that on Dead Spot Fantasy football, bro? Say a tie again?
That's worth 2. If you get it, that's worth 2.
Hey, you right. Last time a team tie had more than one tie was 1973. But, hey, it could happen again. You know, history likes to repeat itself. I'm gonna go with the Colts.
You hella fun. All right, Ken, what you got?
I'm going with the Colts. I think they get the dub. I don't know what they was doing last week, but it was week 1, so I give them a pass. But I got the Colts.
All right, Eli Boss.
Yeah, man, quit playing. Jags look terrible. Colts, I don't care. You ended in a tie, you didn't lose. So I'm taking the Colts, bro. You still got Jonathan Taylor. Matt Ryan ain't a great quarterback, but Trevor Lawrence ain't been looking good since he been there, man. So I'm taking the Colts.
Yeah, I'm rocking with the Colts too. At some point, bro, the Jags just too bad of as a team, organization, and all of that to be having things like they didn't beat a team 8 straight times at home. They're not good enough to even be able to have them type of records. So that comes to an end this week. This is another good one. Can we coming to you first? Dolphins, Ravens.
Why'd you come to me for? I mess with Tua, and Lamar does it for the hood. Lamar my guy, man.
I'm trying to see where you at with it.
Oh man.
See where
yeah, man. The Dolphins actually, like when it come together, man, I think the Dolphins will be fine, man. Like that defense, they got cover guys. Tua look good, man. But Lamar, he got a point to prove, man. They not paying him. He looked good. He was throwing passes with touch on it, man. Like it was good to see that from Lamar, refreshing. So I'm rocking with Lamar, Ravens.
Rudy, what you got for me?
This one was tough there because I did like the way the Dolphins played last week. A couple corrections needed to make it on offense, but I had to go with the Ravens on this one. I like how Kittle said Lamar got a point to prove, but they ain't giving him his money. I think he's going to ball out.
D-Light.
Man, I'm going with Lamar Jackson. We was asking who he going to throw it to, how he looking out there. He had everybody looking like stars. He do his thing. He had his cut off, and now he got his mind set on the season. I'm ready to go all in on Lamar Jackson and see him just go crazy. He gonna make an MVP run. I got Lamar Jackson winning this game.
Kurt, clean sweep.
I hate how we keep picking the same teams. But hell
Go out
yeah.
on a limb then.
But hell yeah. No, it's not gonna happen this time. It was, but they played a good game last week. The Dolphins did. The defense is solid, but I'm not with Baltimore.
And see, bro, this is why I wanted to pick last year. Y'all ain't got no backbone. Y'all nervous. Kurt wanted to do it. Kale wanted to do it, and then didn't follow through. Tua, man, we come in there, bro. Like you said, bro, I hope Lamar get paid too, bro. I messes with bro, but not this week. Tua getting it done. I think Lamar will have a good game, though. You know what I'm saying? But he's not getting it done this week.
Let's not get it twisted. I was never wavering. I thought y'all was going to jump out of the limb and take the Dolphins. So I got one to bite. We're going to be good to go.
All right. Hey, I didn't bite them. I had them circled yesterday.
There we go.
Yeah,
I knew I was going to get one of y'all. This is where I make up my ground for the Jaguars game. We'll see what happens.
Oh, so you know you messed up. Okay, cool. Let me see. Falcons, Rams. Rudy, we coming to you.
LA.
Simple.
That's all I got for you. The Rams.
Kerr.
This was damn near my surprise of the week, was how bad the Rams look as a team. And as high as I am on the Saints, I'm taking them Dirty Birds down to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you said, you taking Atlanta, the Falcons? Oh, that's okay. That's what I'm talking about, Kerr. Jump out. D-Light ball.
I like what you did, Kerr. I like what you did, but I ain't gonna follow you. Sorry. Give me the Rams. I don't think it's gonna be another repeat of what we saw last week. You gotta think about it. They was going against the best defense in the league. So give me the Rams.
Kid, where you at with it?
Yeah, I got the Rams, man. I didn't think it was that hard. I got the Rams.
Yeah, Kerr, I like that you made that selection, bro, but I'm for sure going with the Rams. Hey, this is one where it's like, bro, I know we picking against you, but I hope you're right. The Rams starting on too is beautiful for us, but I don't see them losing their game. But we'll see. Another game that could have potential to be good, but you know things happen with injury. Bengals, Cowboys. Kill.
I got Bengals. I got the Bengals, man.
This is a clean sweep. Anybody got the Cowboys? If you do, raise your hand. No. I knew it, bro. The injuries was too much. Dak ain't there. We ain't even got to go through that one.
Don't believe in Cooper Rush. I'm sorry.
See, this is why I don't bet, because the spread on the Falcons Rams game is 10.5. The spread on this game is Cincinnati -7. Bro, it's not going to be that close. There's no way.
The reason it's that close though, because of how good I think Dallas defense looked to contain in the Bucs offense, holding them only to 19 points. So I feel like they think that they're not gonna be able to go crazy. Higgins ain't playing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they still got obviously two great weapons, but they looking at it a little limited. In Vegas, Joe Burrow threw 4 picks. Now they want to see him come back a little bit before they fully give him his. You feel me? If he didn't throw 4 picks, it would have probably been at 10. Texans, Broncos. D-Line.
This is where the Broncos redeem themselves.
Kerr, you jumping out?
No, sir.
Bo Kell, y'all jumping out? Clean sweep. Hey, Russ, bro, you got to get it together, my boy. Cardinals, Raiders. D-Line ball.
This is where the Raiders redeem themselves. Now we're gonna see. I got both of them doing their thing. I mean, these are redemption games for both of them. They should beat up on these teams, and I see that happening.
Okay. Kerr.
Ain't even got to ask, brother.
Okay. Bo, what we talking about?
I'm gonna go with Vegas, man.
I knew where Rudy was going.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, who you got?
The Cardinals got a lot of in-house issues they gotta fix. So I'm going with the suckers.
Going with the suckers. Let me look through and see if I done picked enough separate from y'all for me to do my thing. 1 game, 2 game. What it says, can I find the third one? Can I find the third one? No, I don't think I found the third one. All right, bro. I guess I'm going to have to take y'all this week, bro. I guess I'm gonna rock out the first time I took y'all since y'all did all of that when we took y'all the first time.
Clean sweep. You ain't even had to ask. We could have went right through that one. Clean sweep.
Nah,
On to the next one.
It wasn't
Y'all on a
next?
short list. They
Y'all-
on a short list with me, Dad.
What's the next pick?
Packers Bears, bro. Kill.
Man, I got the Packers, bro. I got the Packers. It wasn't, a good sight to see last week what the Packers was doing, but people wanted to say like, oh, he ain't got no receivers. Well, Patrick Mahomes technically didn't have receivers, and he did it, who else? Lamar technically didn't have receivers, and he did it. So A-Rod, you got to step up, bro. But I got the Packers though.
D-like,
I'm right there with you here. I got the Packers. I mean, I picked the Vikings last week. I expected them to do what they did. I don't think they gonna be no chumps, and I think they got enough on the defensive side to contain people. But I don't think that the Bears is on the same caliber as them. So I'm going with the Packers.
Rudy, Kurt, either one of y'all going with the Bears?
You know, so
Nah, brother. It's just this. Like I said with Derek Carr, week 1 last year, he threw the Waller 14 times last year. Aaron Rodgers went 38-3 to the Saints. RELAX, relax.
They should be all right. I got them too. Clean sweep. This next one, Bills Titans. That's a clean sweep. Anybody jumping out on King Henry? Kerr? No?
go ahead and jump, Kirk. Take that leap of faith, my brother.
Unless you coming with me, bro, I'm not going.
Shit.
Road travel only. You know what I'm saying? So we clean sweeping it again. Boy, I'm finna bust y'all head with that Panthers and Dolphins game. Y'all ain't even jumped out on nothing. Last one. This is a good game. Vikings, Eagles. This could be a good one. You feel me? Let's go with Bo. You say Justin Jefferson is Himothy. Is he gonna be Himothy this week?
Offensive player of the year. Vikings are going to win the division, dog. They are going to beat the Eagles. The Eagles gave up 35 points to the Detroit Lions. The Vikings is finna smoke them. I'm taking Minnesota.
Smoke him. I like it. Kill.
Man, that last episode we did with the preview and everything, how I said I might gotta take a few things back, you know. But the Packers winning division easily, you know, the offensive player of the year, because Jefferson, the way they're using them in that West Coast offense, Kevin O'Connell, man, they putting him in the backfield, in the slot, outside, like he everywhere. But I got the Eagles though. I got Philly. That defense, man. I don't know, man. They was flying all over the place, man, and they only getting better, man. I got Philly.
I didn't think you was going there, kid. That's another curveball for me.
Me neither.
What you got?
Yeah, I appreciate that, kid. I'm rocking with you, Rudy. Give me the Vikings.
Yes, sir. Okay. Kurt, bring us home.
See, I'm kind of mad you went to Rudy last week first because I had Justin Jefferson written down as offensive player of the year. I just want my flowers when I get them because this man is him. And like Kel was saying, bro, they brought over the Rams offense. He's objectively better than Cooper Kupp. It's just going to he's going to cook. And speaking of cook, Dalvin might eat a little bit too as well. But I'm rocking with the Vikings.
Kurt, did you pick just Jefferson offensive player of the year?
Bro, that's the only one that I did not have a second guess on.
You did.
That's the only one I didn't have a second guess on other than defensive player of the year.
Oh, my bad, bro. I didn't give you your credit, but
It's all right. It happens, brother. It happens.
Rudy get credit because he was talking offline. We was talking about him and Jamar. That's why he fresh in my mind. But you said just okay. Hey, bro, back to that point because y'all all ganged up on me that one day. Calvin Johnson came out and said, if anybody can break his record, it's Jamar Chase. He like him the best in the league. He's one of the best receivers ever. I like his take over y'all take. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But, Kel, you said the Eagles because their defense was flying all over the place. Their defense was flying all over the place, but they was not flying in the right places. Lions was going up and down the field. I don't know what you were saying. 35 points and their defense getting better. I don't even know what you're talking about. I really don't know. I guess we watched two different games. I'm going with the Vikings because I need to see the defense do what they do before I just be acting like they didn't. I mean, the Eagles defense didn't do what they needed to do, my guy. So you on your own.
they gonna do it this game.
All right, show me something. They got to do something because saying what's brother name? The receiver for the Lions.
Ross Burn.
I'm on Raw.
He was going crazy on y'all, bro.
Yeah, he will.
He was going crazy. And now Justin Jefferson not finna go for 200 almost, bro. I don't. We gonna see them. But listen, We here at the end, my guys. When I go up 2 on y'all, it's gonna all be good. We'll be back next week. More hot topic. Be expecting to come back in on the Niners win. It's gonna be a lot better vibes to start the show. Don't worry about it. Shit happened. It won't happen again. We will be back. Picks next week. We out of here. Peace.